Not it.
There's your answer.
Not it.
Not it.
Alex.
You mean that we haven't already started our casual conversation in the hallway?
I didn't. I don't know what you're thinking about. I haven't been talking this whole time. I never say anything at school. I'm the strong, silent archetype. Didn't you know?
I could see it. I believe. I was actually kind of hoping you'd be sick today, just because I had this whole entire long-winded argument about how yesterday you went out in the rain without an umbrella.
I mean, yes, that happened.
You had a whole narrative thread going, and you ruined it.
I was like, I built this whole entire thing. I was like, I can't wait to explain this, and then you're fucking here today.
Do you want me to leave?
It's too late now. It's too late. The illusion is ruined.
I mean, I did just buy Magicka 2. I could do that instead.
No. Wait, what is Magicka 2?
It's
the
like
sequel
Magicka
to
1,
Magicka
but the
1.
second one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's Magicka 1.
It's like a rogue. It's like a dungeon crawler with like magic and spells and shit, and it's super fun. And I may or may not be playing it right now as we speak.
Except not Diablo.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
not.
go.
It's not Diablo. It's much more like lighthearted than Diablo.
Yeah, it looks very cute.
Gotcha.
It is very cute. The tagline of the game is "Learn to spell again."
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah. Are we doing the podcast or?
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Have we already started the podcast?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, okay, cool. Hi, everybody.
What's up, guys?
All right, have
Welcome
we
to our
started
hallway.
the hallway chat? It's a podcast.
yes?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, you're talking about weird things, Brian.
What?
We're just here in the hallway chatting.
What?
Never mind.
No, we've
like,
been recording
the
this
canon,
this
I
whole
set up
time.
2
It's on
episodes
YouTube.
where I said this is a podcasting school. I don't know what podcasts are. We retconned my character.
There we go. We spend all week in class learning how to do a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and then we come out here, we just have a chat. That's all there is.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Although,
I mean, the last
apparently,
thing you want to do at podcasting school is podcast. You get enough of that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is this conversation going?
It's going toward our opinions about the new season.
the new season.
Because we didn't talk about that last time. Or the time before that.
Did, but I've watched a decent bit more of the season since at cast. So if we want to
Ditto.
make every podcast just an update on our seasonal thoughts, because we have nothing else topic-wise, I guess we
I mean,
can
that's
do
that's
that.
kind of what isn't that kind of what 4-Star Bento does with their anime FMK thing? It's just like we're still talking about shows, just each new episode.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to talk about the legacy anime podcast, Podtaku would start out, at the very least, with a "So what have you been watching?" segment.
So what have you been watching?
Segment.
Seasonal
I've
anime.
been watching shows.
Great.
Lots of
Yudu
anime.
Camp specifically is the one that's like, it's fucking brilliant. It's honestly an easy 9 out of 10
Which
Wait,
one?
show?
at this stage. Yudu Camp, it's the camping
Oh,
show.
yeah. That show's adorable.
Ooh, I haven't gotten to that one yet.
I wouldn't give it a 9 out of 10, because it's not as good as, like, Steins Gate or Gamers.
I'd say it's better than both of them, yeah, but I'm also like big into Iyashike, so
Are
it's
we
a
gonna
buy.
fight this time?
Definitely.
Oh.
I don't
I've
think
still got
it's
a black
like how
eye from the
bad you
last
have to
one,
think
I
Yudu
mean.
Camp is to be incensed over it getting ranked above Gamers or Steins Gate.
It's not about thinking Yudu Camp is bad. It's about thinking Steins Gate and Gamers are good.
I don't know, I just thought
Yudu Camp is good. I like it. I'm caught up.
It's perfect.
It's not.
There's
No.
nothing wrong. There's no flaws whatsoever.
Okay,
No.
see now, like I haven't even seen it yet. Bryant's like got me beat on the conversation so far. Anyone who ever like is in my comments is like, I don't understand. What plot holes do you see in insert anime here? I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean? What plot holes? Like, it's no show is perfect. As a
Mhm.
matter of fact, what was it? What was the show that they were saying?
Oh no, Yudu Camp's pretty perfect.
It's
Perfect.
really good at what it does.
Perfect is also always like a subjective assessment, and
I would say that a show doesn't have to do anything wrong to not be perfect.
I think Black Clover's perfect.
Yeah. It does
Yeah, well,
nothing
Black Clover was,
whatsoever
like,
to...
directly designed to be perfect.
Obviously.
That's why it's so bad.
To lessen my enjoyment. It's just perfect. It does everything it wants. It's got the most brilliant atmospheric, aesthetic experience
it does have that.
Crafted for your enjoyment lovingly, week after week.
There we go. As someone who hasn't watched it, you should pitch the show to me.
I mean,
think he already
Nadeshiko
did.
is best girl.
Wait, after
Nadeshiko is a good girl.
The two main characters are gay for each other. So that's
Not
pretty good.
necessarily.
Yes, they are. That's my
you can think
headcanon,
that
and
all
I'm
you want.
sticking
That
with it.
improves the show for you.
Point. Continue.
But, like, that's also true in, like, Ramen Daisuke Koizumi-san.
Just very strong, not quite as good as Yuri Cam.
I disagree that it's very strong. It's definitely not bad either, though.
I don't want to steal Econ's arguments because I proofread his script on Yuru Camp, and he makes one of the coolest points about it, but I'm not gonna jack that here.
That's fair.
What was it? Have you guys seen Koiwai? Wait, of course you guys seen Koiwai Amego, whatever that one is. You guys are the ones who talked me into watching it.
Oh yeah, Koiwa Amegari no Yon.
Oh yeah, After the Rain.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm still excited to watch, but haven't actually checked out yet.
It's really good. I second it.
It is really good, and I'm excited that it hasn't gotten bad yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like...
It's got me nervous, though.
Yeah, same.
Because now the romance is starting to pick up. It's like,
okay. But, like, the reasons behind the romance picking up are, like, still fine. Because you can see that he's, like, really self-conscious about getting old. So it's not just like, man, let me bang this high school chick. It's like, man, I really miss my youth.
So let me bang this high school chick.
Yeah, so maybe banging this high school chick will make me feel better about dying.
I hope that's not how it goes. That would really ruin the show.
I disagree. I think that if they're going to have a relationship, like, both of them doing it for their own selfish reasons is one of the only ways it could actually still be good.
And then they both die.
Because, like, in the 4th episode, like, people say, like, oh, you've got a crush on this guy because you can't run track anymore and you need something else to fill that void in your pathetic life. And she's like, no. But yeah, seeing the two of these people, like, kind of take advantage of each other without even realizing that that's what they're doing. I love love stories like that. It's why I love the romance between Kirito and Asuna in Sword Art Online Abridged so much.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the most amazing and well-realized romance stories I've ever seen, is Sword Art Online Abridged, Kirito and Asuna. I made a video about it. But
ooh, I know what I've got to advertise. New fucking Precure season. Now's your chance. Get on board. Get on the weekly Precure train now. No intimidating 50-episode binge ahead of you. Follow along. This
What's
Precure? This
yeah,
season
not
of
familiar.
Precure, it's brought to you by director Junichi Sato, one of the older school, relatively foundational magical girl directors. He worked on Sailor Moon, along with Kunihiko Ikuhara, who would go on to be a very important director in his own right. He directed Princess Tutu, Junichi Sato, that is, Aria the Animation, bunch of good stuff, and he's returning to one of Magical Girl's most seminal franchises with high school characters this time around. A lot of the time it's elementary schoolers or middle schoolers, but we've got a bit of an older cast, so it's looking to be very good. Check it out. Precure's best anime.
I'm looking it up on Mal, and I just see a ton of Precure, but I don't see anything with 2018.
It's on this seasonal chart down by the bottom.
Oh, that's right. Those exist.
TV. It is Hugto Precure.
Hugto Precure.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with any magical girl stuff that isn't Madoka.
You fucking piece of garbage.
Oh my god! What did I do?
Watch it. It's good. It's good shows. Brian.
You fucking piece of garbage.
Oh my god, that was fucking
I
perfect.
thought we were friends.
This season of Precure has a hamster with a gold chain and a mohawk called Harry Ham Harry.
You're not selling it to me.
It's so good.
You're really not selling it to me.
He's a very good hamster, Brian.
I believe you. I mean, I don't disbelieve you. I'm just not sure what makes for a bad hamster.
Look at him. Look at my lovely boy.
Mm.
Oh my god.
I love it.
I kind of love it too.
Are those like connected to his nipples? Is that what it's supposed to be? That looks terrible. That's amazing.
Who knows?
So is this like its own, like you said, it's a franchise thing, but is this like its own thing? Like I don't need, or do I need prior
No, you don't need.
context?
Precure gets a new series every year, 52 episodes generally, and they're all or mostly sort of disconnected from each other. They're standalone installments.
Okay. Oh, didn't you say something about a new Wecross series coming out next season?
Next season, yeah, we're getting a new Wecross. I'm not sure if it's like a sequel to one of them or just another spin-off, because they've done both, I think, with the franchise since its first season.
Yeah, I haven't seen Lost Storage.
Yeah.
Lost
this
to
is
Rage.
Losterage conflated Wecross.
Yeah, whatever stupid name they came up with that other one.
Yeah.
But I did really enjoy the first two, so I'm excited about that.
Dude, Boku no Hero season 2 next season. Just saying. No, it's season 3.
Season 3. You
Don't
pleb.
judge me. Don't judge me.
You'd think with all the videos you did on the series, you'd be able to keep track of it, man.
Don't
right?
judge me.
Yeah, Matt. You're a professional anime man.
You're a professional Hero
I'm
Academia.
a professional Hero Academia YouTuber, guys. Who's totally gonna make more videos.
Where are the
second
Hero
season
Aka
3
videos,
starts.
Matt?
They're coming back, I promise. Not in the same quality though.
If you don't mind shit, then you'll be getting more.
Our
Yeah,
fans
I
would
mean,
fucking kill me.
generally, next season should be a big one for AniTubing. There's a bunch of big shows. There's a chance, like, they'd strangle each other somewhat, but, like, High School DxD even, old videos on that, back when that was still airing a while ago, have impressively large view counts, so it seems to be an SEO monster in its own right.
I need to go back and rewatch High School DxD.
I need to watch any of this stuff. Anything that's worth watching.
The Sword Art
Oh,
Online
DxD isn't exactly worth watching.
series looks legitimately exciting.
Which one?
Sword Art Online Alternative, Gun Gale Online. It's basically like a
Sword Art Online, but what if it were good?
an SAO side story in Gun Gale with a female cast written by the dude who wrote the Kino's Journey novels.
Oh.
And
What the fuck?
being
That
produced
is a
by
weird
Studio 3
combination.
Hertz, the guys who did Princess Principal and Flip Flappers, and it's I'm pretty sure the same character designer as Princess Principal, because if you look at this
Yeah, that
promo
does
image,
look kind
it
of-
looks just like Princess Principal COD edition.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, you're basically right. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just now watching through Princess Principal for the first time, so that does excite me.
I might actually watch that show. That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
They convinced me to
Unfortunately,
watching
like,
something with a Sword Art Online title. That's the first.
I set up this whole narrative thing where, like, I was done making SAO videos. It was gonna be super cool. I've got, like, a thing, but, like, now I gotta cover SAO just because it's, like, probably gonna be a genuinely good show.
Mm.
I'm interested.
Which I'm excited about, because, I don't know,
I'd be-
everybody wants Sword Art Online to be good.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see, like, how much this blows up viewer-wise. Like, I'd imagine, like, the SAO effect would mean it's got tons of viewers and fans. But it might not, just because it's a spin-off.
See, it's a hit or miss because it's gonna either like become a viral sensation, which in that case it'll be ridiculous views, or it'll just kind of be forgotten about by the main core fan base.
Or both.
I feel like the portion of the SAO fan base that makes it massive is this relatively removed from the general anime sphere chunk of people. And so will they, or are they sort of connected enough to things that they'll even hear and run across this? Don't know.
Right.
That's what we'll find out next season.
Yeah.
We all try to get views
It's
from
Sword Art Online with guns and cute girls. Like, this should be a shoo-in.
I'm so sad that the people who did Sword Art Online didn't know what made Sword Art Online good.
I just remember watching Sword Art Online live and like it being so hyped as like the best show ever, and then like when the second arc starts and like everyone was like, "Wait, what the fuck's going on?"
Yeah.
It was like the greatest like 180 of anime history. It was like I just remember being on like Reddit or something. And someone was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Did you see Children of the Whales?
No.
That was another very sad 180.
Oh, Tokyo Ghoul's getting another season.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes! I love Tokyo Ghoul.
Interesting. I have an old script concept on it, so I'm happy that it'll be relevant again and I can pull that out. Put that together.
Oh my god, wait, next season has Steins Gate 0.
Did you see my tweet? I went through all of it.
Holy shit, no, I didn't see your tweet.
Let's see.
Holy fuck, this is a loaded ass season.
Yeah.
I'm just now looking at it.
Okay. So to keep track of development, next season we'll have a new My Hero Academia season, a new Steins Gate series, a new Sword Art Online series, a new Tokyo Ghoul season, a new High School DxD season, a new Legend of the Galactic Heroes series, a new Full Metal Panic season, a new Lupin season, a new Gundam Build Fighters anime, a new WeCross season, a new Amanchu season, and a new Captain Tsubasa anime. And then in addition to that, there's also going to be another Ashita no Joe series type thing, super foundational Osamu Tezuka anime, and there's like some other shit too that I missed. It's crazy how many like big established anime IPs are getting new stuff next season.
Yeah, I'm very excited for next season.
Dude, I'm hyped. Spring's usually like one of the best seasons, so so I'm happy. Looking forward to it. Usually winter's one of the worser seasons, but this winter's been
this winter's been
solid.
amazing.
Like
this winter has been amazing.
Fist of the North Star anime.
Okay.
God damn, next season's gonna be great. I'm looking forward. I'm not looking forward to the fact that I'm gonna be watching like 8 different episodes.
Oh fuck, a new
day,
Aikatsu
then, like,
anime too. Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Good stuff.
Okay.
I need to make a video on Overlord season 2.
Yeah. I still need to watch Overlord season 1.
It's so good. Season 2, like just like the last episode, they finally gave you a taste of what like you actually want from the show, and it was like perfect. It was like, oh, thank God, we're going back here. And I was like, just kidding. Fucking shoot.
Fuck.
I'm so tilted. I love Overlord too. Like I'm a huge fan of the show.
Forget about all those anime I named from next season. This is anime of the year next season.
Let me see.
What is it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maho Shoujo Ore.
I was gonna ask about that. I saw that while looking through.
Buff magical girl guys.
I am down for that. I'm so looking forward to it.
Wow. Man.
I saw that like as I was scrolling through, like the fuck is this?
That's great.
Oh no.
I'm totally gonna watch this show 110%.
Oh yeah, same.
That looks amazing.
Were we supposed to be talking about the other new season?
Oh yeah, you know the one that we're currently in.
Yeah.
We just got distracted because next season's so fucking like legit.
Yeah, I just saw Hiroaka on the page and I just kind of spaced out for the last 10 minutes.
Dude, I heard like from my friends who read the manga, like season 3 is gonna be lit.
I need to read the manga before this season airs, and then I can be smart and I can get my video ideas ready in advance, and then I can hop on that.
That is
refuse
smart.
to do that. I feel like I've lost the game if I do that. I feel like it's just straight up cheating. Ain't about that life.
I don't know. I don't really read manga, so I would much prefer to just watch the anime as it's airing.
See, I was there
wanna
too,
get
but now I'm
spoiled.
getting into manga, so I'm like, I could read this. That would probably be beneficial if I read this. Am I going to read this?
The sort of underexposed, very small viewer base anime from this season that deserves a much larger one, sort of the Mahojin Guru Guru, I think, of this season, is a little series by the name of Hakume
Tomikochi. Hell yeah.
Which is a beautiful production, along with being just very interesting world and concept, but yet no one's really paying it any attention.
The sad thing is that this series
Did you do that on
already
purpose?
has this series already has more viewers than Guru Guru.
No, it's true. Like nothing's gonna be more of a Guru Guru than Guru Guru, but
Yeah.
it's great.
Oh yeah, I've seen this show. I haven't gotten around to watching it because I don't know, something about like super small people. Just like
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
Jesus,
know.
Matt.
it reminds me too much of like a Disney show.
Holy shit. The composer for this anime, his profile picture on Mal is him with a snake wrapped around him.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's nice.
So does that raise or answer more questions?
He's like, he was born in Cali, so.
Explains a lot.
I just remember
Yeah.
looking at the staff listing for this show, and the one name that I still have saved from that last conversation, we were talking about Skigakure, and I was like, oh, this is the sound director for that show, so therefore it's gonna be the one name I remembered.
There's one name I should probably remember. I don't remember his name.
It's
How
got
do you keep up with...
one of the I think sort of up and coming directors, director of Gakko Garashi, and then Kuzuno Honkai. He's doing this one, and it's got the same sort of paneling, visual style quirk of Kuzuno Honkai.
I can't do it. I hate it. I can't watch it.
No, they're so good.
I've tried like 3 times, and every time like it just distracts me so much. Like I can't. Watch
Apparently,
this fucking show.
they're used even better in this series.
In Hakume Tomikochi?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the panel breakaways.
I think they're neat, but I think they're just kind of like. To me, it's getting to that point where you're getting too addicted to the manga. It's like I feel like it really cuts away from the visual style of anime. That's just personal taste. I mean, I think in the end, it's just a visual style.
Maybe I'd be interested to see if his in-anime panels are even manga panels themselves, or if he's just doing that as a stylistic thing.
Yeah, I mean, it could be possible.
Sort of
Either way, it just
apart from
hard to
just
say.
implementing the manga.
What else? Oh, you know what? I have to admit, season 2 of Seven Deadly Sins been pretty solid so far.
Yeah?
Not a bad start. They're doing a pretty good job with it. Granted, I am a Seven Deadly Sins fanboy, so I kind of liked the first season a lot.
Yeah, I haven't seen the first season, as
One of
I
always.
did not
More-
care for the first season.
I'm just amazed that you seem to hate the first season. Why is that? I thought that would be a show you would love.
I mean, I didn't really care for, like, I don't know, I guess none of the characters really jumped out at me, and the main character's tendency to grope the other girl was not particularly interesting to me. I don't know. Like, there just wasn't really anything to grab me in the first place, I guess. And then that just was kind of like, oh, so this is a thing.
You don't like Bum? I love Bum. Is that his name? Bond? The fucking...
Yes.
Yeah,
The
Bond.
blonde-haired guy.
No, he's the
Gon,
one
the
with, like,
protagonist
blue
of Hunter
hair
x
and the
Hunter?
red shirt. He's
The guy with the red shirt, he's always talking
Spiny
trash.
boy.
It's his fucking holes blown in his chest constantly.
Oh, him.
He's fucking ridiculous. He's one of my favorites.
I think like he was just getting introduced when I dropped the show.
He's the first one introduced, though.
In season 1?
How do you mean he was... That means he dropped episode 2.
I swear I thought season 1 started with Meliodas and Hawk and the girl. Unless like he showed up in the beginning and then disappeared again and then came back. Now I'm confused. It's been a while, so maybe I'm just misremembering the order of things. I don't know.
No, it's a good show. Personally, I like it. I just to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my Hunter x Hunter video is getting tons of hate, like usual.
Yeah.
Back to the day. I love it. People get so tilted whenever I say anything negative about Hunter x Hunter.
Are you not gonna fight him, Alex?
Are you not gonna fight me?
I mean, I don't think that's necessary. Just because I'm a Hunter x Hunter fanboy, that doesn't mean that I have to jump to its defense on every single
argument.
Can you
tell that to everyone else in the video? That'd be great. Because all I said is that it has pacing problems, and people were like, "No, it doesn't." Are you serious? Did you not watch the Chimera Ant arc? If you watch the Chimera Ant arc and you tell me, there's no pacing problems.
That's the whole point, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think.
That's genius.
The whole point is the pacing problems.
Chaos theory.
God,
and all that.
Me.
I mean, like, I can understand where you're coming from with that argument, but I also disagree. But
there is an episode. I want you to remind you of this. My bad. Multiple episodes that encompass a 12-second time span.
Yes, and
that is 23 minutes long.
How can you not love something so fucking ballsy and avant-garde? That's dope.
Shut the fuck up.
That's like the coolest concept.
That's total bullshit. If anything
I mean, you
happened
say
in
that,
those...
but that's also fucking like convincing me to watch Hunter x Hunter.
Keep talking, Matt. Keep talking. You'll convince him eventually.
God. No, it's a good show. Hunter x Hunter's great. Honestly, God.
Oh, I believe
Especially,
you.
I love how, like, what was it, Alex? You said had the video like the forgotten. What was it called?
The forgotten. Wait, for what?
You did a Hunter x Hunter video recently. Forgotten greatness of early Hunter x
Oh,
Hunter.
the undervalued greatness. And then everybody is like, "Oh, you're saying that Hunter x Hunter as a whole is undervalued?" And I'm like, "No, did you watch the video?"
No, they just read the title. That's all they ever do. That's all that ever happens.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I was gonna say it's like forgotten early Hunter x Hunter. Like, what do you mean? Early Hunter x Hunter is just the best to me. Like, it was never forgotten. I love it. You just fucking the Juning exams. Best exams.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Anyone else been keeping up with Citrus besides me?
Have you been keeping up with Citrus?
I haven't been keeping up with
I'm
Citrus.
a bit
Why?
behind on all my seasons, but I am following it still. Like, I haven't dropped the series.
I want to do a video on why it failed, because I have a pretty good theory.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I also
someone
have a
else
pretty good theory.
who is making a big ol' video on why it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's less about why it's bad and why it was like destined to fail, more so.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, the manga gets good. She's gone out and read the manga too to really do a research, and it's not inherently flawed because it gets pretty good.
For me, it's the case of there's this whole culture in Japan against like lesbians. I don't know if you guys know about this.
Go on.
Well, no, it's like because it's weird because like against male homosexuality, it's not that big of a deal. But for some reason, like it's just lesbians in general that they fucking hate for some reason.
Not quite.
How so?
Well, you're the one making the claim, Matt.
No, he's the one who's fucking fighting me back. So I want to hear his
He's
fucking
fighting
argument.
back.
You said also and then
I'm
went
wrong.
silent, so I wasn't sure. What do you mean by like hostility towards them?
It's not hostility. It's more so of a case of it's pretended that it doesn't exist. It's more so
that's,
like lesbians
that's got
are
its
viewed
roots in what's called Class S literature, which was really established during the early 1900s in Japan. and in certainly a much more conservative time towards the subject back then, basically, lesbian stories were written sort of within these constraints where it was framed as a fleeting thing between girls in of high school age.
At Catholic schools.
Yeah, Catholic schools especially became associated with that trope. But it's got sort of a larger history surrounding it than just that. The most prominent woman who was writing Class S at that time, like, got away with writing a story where they actually, like, get together and stay together and don't, like, die tragically or something, which was pretty advanced for that time. There's really very few cases where they weren't forced to part the couple in those stories. And so the trope has sort of continued to inform things going on, but Citrus is not one where it's going to be fleeting, I don't think.
Well, it's not so much the case that it's fleeting. It's not the case that that the interest in the Yuri genre hasn't really risen as much as, like, interest in the yaoi genre because of the whole trope that it doesn't exist. Well, no, it's like, I think there's the reason why I know this stuff is because I was with a friend. One of my friends is a panelist, and, like, they're like legit panelists. They do all the research, and they have a whole panel about how like the sales of Yuri versus yaoi and all this stuff.
Yuri is on the rise recently. Bloom Into You, the Yuri manga series, just became the first Yuri series to chart on Oricon. And there's been a recent sort of push for that. Citrus is somewhat representative of that, being a prominent Yuri anime adaptation, which we don't get a ton of. So things are sort of trending towards a more broad and mainstream direction for Yuri.
Well, my point is that Citrus, although it's kind of like, to me, was the brainchild of someone who was like, let's try to see if we can make a popular Yuri show. Let's make it really sexual, make it really, like, over the top. Because most Yuri shows start off pretty slow pace and then they accelerate towards the end. Whereas this show was just kind of like, in the first episode they were making out. I think that's kind of my point.
That's the case. In part because Bloom Into You and its wild success is coming from a series that isn't nearly as racy.
I don't know. It's an interesting argument, I think. But you don't see now. You don't completely disagree with me, though, correct?
Maybe not completely. But I mainly there's a lack of concrete disagreement still, because there's a lack of a particularly concrete grasp of your entire argument. Okay, this mangaka's other works, from what I can see, are relatively racy as well, so that seems to be more of a matter of style for them.
I still gotta work out like I said, this is just a theory of mine. I was gonna go start exploring into it sooner.
But that's just a theory.
It's just a theory.
No, like, speaking of videos explaining why certain shows are not as good as they could be, I was considering doing one about the Junji Ito collection and everything that it does wrong.
Yeah.
So Junji Ito collection. Where is that from? Which one? Is it this season?
It's this season.
Yeah, that's this season.
It's a bit of a ways down the chart, down near Killing Bites and the Gakuen Babysitters.
Gotcha.
When you say beneath Killing Bites,
ooh, it is.
It's rated lower than Killing Bites?
True.
Oh no, I didn't know it was that bad. Oh no.
I'm sure that's at least in part because there was more expectation for this one than
and probably more people watched it too.
Oh, I finally watched got around to trying to watch the Discipline show, the Shoji Discipline, whatever it is.
Rio's work is never done.
Tilts me.
Yeah.
It was like, I was like, oh, this might actually be an interesting show. There's no, like, weird sexual tension. It's like, it's kind of like a little girl trying to learn how to. Oh, she's naked and she's fucking hugging him. Oh my god, fucking kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Why would you do this? I'm glad the Mao score reflects this change. The reason why it's behind Killing Bites and Ito, whatever the show you were just talking about.
Did you see the interview with the author of the light novel? Anime Man did an interview with him.
No, I did not.
It is interesting to see.
Why, was he a creep?
No, not really. He was like funny and sociable.
I don't know.
But was he a creep though?
Yeah. real talk.
I didn't
That's funny.
get any such sort of vibes in the time that was spent with him.
But no, I mean, Rio's work is never done. Its score might be super low, but have we checked shows from summer of last year, like fucking Tenshi no 3P? I'm checking that score right now. It's a 6.78.
There we go.
Your buddy collection is a 6.39. So it is still worse. And Killing Bites is a 6.58.
And Arrow Manga Sensei is a 6.93. So what's the score of the Rio's work is never done?
7.04 right now. It's not
what?
Like,
I wasn't even looking
low.
at that. Holy shit. Let me go give it a 1-star real quick.
Campaign to drag that down.
I mean, I refuse to rate anything that I haven't finished.
Yeah,
but...
I mean, I'm sure that like relative decency of the score is just because it's got a small enough viewer base that there aren't many people watching it who aren't in the audience, for it.
The audience for it. But it's like I was talking with my friends. I have friends. Who,
I promise.
Yeah, while we were watching through seasonal anime. And we got to the Gakuen babysitters from this season, which is cute. It's a cute show. Nothing wrong with it that I can see. But of course we were all bored to tears by it, because like, it's cute boys babysitting. I mean, Evan liked it well enough. But like, we were watching it on Crunchyroll, and we see like this has a 5-star rating. I'm like, shit, man, this isn't a 5-star show.
Well, Crunchyroll scores are super skew super high. Just because the only people who are watching, and then beyond that, the only people rating stuff are people who are enjoying it. Yeah.
So that's what I got into after they were all like, "How is this a 5-star show? It's so bad." And like, first off, it's not so bad. It's okay. Second, it's because the only people seeking out fucking Gakuen babysitters are the people who want to see, like, cute boys babysitting.
I am not the desired audience for this media.
Oh.
It's cute!
If you want, like, the ultimate of cute boy babysitting, sort of, loosely, Barakamon is, like, a legitimately fantastic meditation on artistic inspiration and sense of self-worth.
Barakamon's so good.
Yeah.
I was about to say, how could there possibly be more than one cute boys babysitting anime?
It's not like about babysitting actually,
right?
But this boy happens to receive a decent amount of harassment from the children that are around him.
Oh. So, Dame X Prince Anime Caravan.
What the fuck is that? 1 second.
Please tell me one of you's watching it. Huh?
Dame Pri. I am not watching that one.
Please watch it, Pedro.
What's the sort of...
The draw?
Yeah.
There is no draw.
To be watching this specifically.
No, I feel vaguely the same way about this as I did about King's Game last season.
Okay.
In that it speaks to me on some level. I'm not claiming that it's good. It's not. It's trash. But it's like, I don't know, something about it. I just think it's really funny and cute, and I enjoy watching it a lot, and I want to share that love with someone else.
What show is this? 1 second.
Dame X Prince Anime Caravan from Studio Flad.
Game X.
These are good boys.
Yeah, the boys are cute. Evan likes the boys. I like the protagonist. I told Evan about this show because I thought his friend Mariah would like it. The girl who does voice acting for Monica in the later episodes of our Doki Doki Let's Play.
Oh, cool.
And she sent him a text back like, so I'm looking at this protagonist and I don't know who she is, but I would die for her. And then she got to thinking a bit. It's like, hang on. Look at the color of that hair and her demeanor and her personality. She's like a certain other girl who Bryant likes a lot. No, that she's basically Ochako.
Sanrio Boys, I also want to give that a shout out.
That is pretty decent.
A cute boy show. It's like Sanrio is the mascot company that's done Hello Kitty most famously, but just a shit ton of mascot characters, Gudetama, a whole bunch of them, and it's like a really sort of just pure show about boys being cute while they sort of advertise Sanrio, but not in an intrusive manner.
Yeah, I think it's a really good example of like media created specifically for an advertisement, because they integrate their product specifically into the themes of their show in a way that speaks to both the quality of their product and improves the quality of their show. So, like, showing these boys who, like, love Sanrio merchandise helps them to explore their themes about masculinity and such.
Yeah.
In a way that, like, Sanrio merchandise is very well placed to do. So I think it's really good, and especially worth watching if you want to, like, look into advertising and stuff. I don't understand the joke.
Just the tagline, really good if you want to look at advertising, is an amusing one for an anime.
Yeah.
Go to college, go watch this show. You'll be set.
No, like, if you want to be an advertiser or, like, design ads, I think Sanrio Boys is worth watching, because it's a good one. Alex, have you come around on Takagi-san?
You know, it's funny, after our little...
Sorry.
Well, I ended up actually watching the 3rd episode anyway, even though I said I had dropped it after 2. I'm still not going to continue it, but it was still cute. I mean, it's a little bite-sized.
What do you mean you're not going to continue it, Alex?
I mean, I might pick up the manga. Like I said,
I mean,
I might...
honestly, if you've watched 3 episodes, then you've watched more of it than me.
Wow.
But
I will admit that, like,
I
the
do
little
still love it.
I feel like the main couple they take up the majority of the episode, and I think that's why it feels kind of slow. Not that I dislike their characters or anything, but like the side characters, the little, like, the 3 girls who are also in the episode, I find their segments to be the most interesting, just because I think they're, I don't know, they play off each other well. I think their segments tend to be funnier, but they're also shorter, so
I mean,
maybe that's why.
I'm not saying that you hurt me by saying that. I'm just saying that there will come a day when you think you're safe and happy, then your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth, and you'll know the debt is paid.
I'm proud of you.
Oh.
Proud of, that's a good Game of Thrones reference. You fucking nailed it. Holy shit.
And I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I thought he made that up himself, but okay.
I mean, you could have let him keep thinking that, Matt.
I'm sorry.
I actually did that once while I was playing a game of Rocket League with some friends, and none of them had heard the quote before. So they were just like, holy shit. Because these were people who didn't know me very well. I'd met like 2 of them for the first time while we were playing Rocket League, and they were like, what is with this guy?
Good impression.
How does he know all these crazy quotes? Is he just coming up with
I don't know if they thought it was a quote.
Winter is coming.
Yeah. God.
Gotta give a shout out to Gancrest Senki, the A1 Pictures light novel adaptation that was... I've seen the first 2 episodes. I haven't dropped it yet. I'm just not caught up. It was pretty cool. It's directed by the guy who did Rakugo, and I definitely knew it was someone good in that role after the first episode, because there was a number of cool visual things done there that created a fairly solid sense of atmosphere. And the story is relatively compelling as these things go. The character dynamics between the main dude and female are quite intriguing.
My favorite characters, the main dude and female.
They're both very entertaining.
Like, he sort of doesn't know much of what's going on, but has these very strong philosophical, ideological convictions and specific goal. And she's sort of a badass who's got quite a number of skills and connections and knowledge. And sort of because of the strength of his convictions, she wants to help him achieve that goal. So she's really doing a lot of the directing of his efforts, and he's following along for now.
I mean, I watched the first episode. I wasn't particularly impressed with it. The pacing was really weird to me.
A show where impressive would be a descriptor that comes to mind.
Yeah, like I felt like the first episode should have been 3 episodes. At least 2, but I felt like 3 would have been better.
That's sort of nice though, because at least that means it's not dragging.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. It didn't leave me enough time to get invested in the characters enough to want to watch another episode.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, plus, like, there were just so many good shows this season that I want to watch. Like, before we started our talk in the hallway this week, you were talking about A Place Further Than the Universe. Oh, The Place Further Than the Universe.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, that show is so amazingly good.
I gotta say my negative points about it again.
Please do.
So, okay, I've changed my mind about the show.
Okay.
I don't think it's the pacing, because the last couple episodes pacing has been like fast paced, moving quick. But I just can't help but I can't get invested. I don't know what it is about this show.
Oh, it's so
it just
good though.
Have you considered that you are the problem?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it probably is. Because I'm trying to watch this show, and I don't find anything inherently bad about it. I think I'm just not invested in the characters in general. I don't find any of them like particularly interesting to me. Like, I think the only one that's slightly okay is the black-haired girl who's like super invested in going.
See, that's weird because I feel like she's the least interesting of them.
The other 3 are so generic. It's like
she's so generic.
Classic happy. Oh, that's the point. I mean, I think they're all pretty generic, but she's the least generic in my opinion. Classic happy-go-lucky girl. Classic girl who just wants friends, and classic girl who's got big boobs.
Oh, the big boobs
really
girl has
so far.
a lot of personality, I think. She's
yeah, absolutely
probably the most unique character. She's really interesting.
Yeah, but okay, explain. You can't just say that.
Yeah, I'll
okay, no, Matt, we need to have a talk about burden of proof.
I'll explain later, tomorrow, next episode.
No.
Can she actually get some development? Because she hasn't fucking gotten shit.
What do you mean? No, like, you can't have this both ways. When you make a claim, you have to, like, explain why that claim is right. You can't say, like, oh, Pedro's, like,
I mean, in this case,
going against me.
There's an absence of something, so, like, you could say that the burden of proof is, like, there is nothing until you've proved that there is something there to her character. So it's a fair burden, I think. For one, she's a genius, right? She's graduated essentially high school at 16.
For basically 30 seconds in the first episode. Continue.
Yeah. But the sort of mindset that comes along with that, the independent one, where she's just sort of working and studying until she can get to those exams, right? Until she reaches the age to do college entrance exams. And so the type of person that would do that is what's so compelling about her. So her sort of readiness to go along with this plan, and the fact that she's sort of set in life, so she's got a somewhat laid back attitude towards it. The other girls in varying ways have sort of something to prove, whereas she's got this sort of level of sort of detachment from it, where it doesn't have the stakes for her that it necessarily does for them. But at the same time, because she's someone who just sort of does what she wants to do and makes it happen, she's going to make this happen. Yeah, that's what she does. And I think sort of the dynamic between main girl Antarctica there, who's trying desperately to make this thing that is her life to her happen, when she's got like no ability to do so effectively and she doesn't really know what she's doing, contrasts really interestingly with this girl who's so proficient at determining what she wants and then going out and pursuing it.
Yeah, but she didn't accomplish the goal of getting the everything laid out. It was the other girl, main girl. So
Genki girl.
I mean, I get where you're trying to go with this, but I still think that's so like boring. I don't know. I'm still watching this show. I'm gonna continue watching the show because apparently you guys see something in it that I don't see yet. But I'm hoping at one point I get invested in these characters or something that just makes me like these characters. But so far, I just could not care less about them.
I mean, if you aren't invested by now, I think you should just drop it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know.
I mean, maybe when it gets to Antarctica,
like
like you'll enjoy Antarctic Antics. My
Antarctic
spin-off
Antics.
channel, Pedantic Romantics, Antarctic Antics.
There you go.
But yeah.
No, I mean, like I said, I don't hate the show. I don't think it's like, terrible. I don't see it as a masterpiece that everyone keeps pushing it out to be. I find it as like a kind of underwhelming cute girls anime, and that's it. Like, I mean, I feel like there's so.
I think it taps into sort of a set of experiences and emotions that are very resonant for a lot of people, and that's why so many of them see this anime as so relatively important to them.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That might be a case.
That's still better than
and that's also what Nuxtaku hates so much about it.
This guy just saying that the characters are dumb. They're dumb.
Yep.
Characters are stupid.
All right.
Go ahead.
I was going to change the subject.
Go for
Darling
it.
in the Franxx.
Is anybody still watching that Mummy anime?
Mummy anime.
I have yet to check that one out.
There is a Mummy anime?
Yeah, there's this anime about this guy who gets shipped a cute, tiny little mummy that's alive by his father, who's some kind of explorer or something.
What?
And it's just him living his life with this cute little mummy pet.
It is very much something I'm looking forward to.
It's very cute. I'm not watching it just because... No, it's this full-length anime.
Okay.
I'm not watching it just because there's so much good stuff this season.
Right.
But yeah, in a lesser season, this show would probably be a standout.
Mira no Kaikata.
That's the one.
Huh.
And then there's Violet Evergarden.
Yeah.
I'm doing my strategy of just not watching it till it's done.
Well, that's fair.
All right.
I'm gonna binge it.
I think episode 3 of Violet Evergarden sort of proved it's sort of where it's going, and that it's definitely going to be a solid series at least.
Yeah.
People were very frustrated with Violet's character early on, even when her developing into someone is the whole point of the show. But episode 3, we got that moment of development, the initial one, and it was
sort of
very effective. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not complete by any means, but that sort of first...
I don't know.
step.
I kind of liked that moment didn't really prove that she understood anything.
No, it just proved to me in a more meta sense that the show is going somewhere with her, and its ability to do so effectively is quite strong.
Well, it's KyoAni.
Yeah, but the complaints were narrative.
Right.
There's not necessarily that sort of
Fair.
guarantee of quality there in the same way that it is for visuals.
Yeah. But no, it's turning out very well.
That sounds good. I'm glad it's turning out well. It looks super... I mean, I would watch it anyway just because of the visuals, but... The visuals. Death March is still exactly the same.
Okay.
It is a complete power fantasy.
Yeah.
Great.
Now 110%.
I mean,
generic.
Jeff put that on his 10 anime to watch this season.
It's the thing is that it hasn't like broke it. It hasn't done anything stupid yet, which is what.
Yeah,
it's
but like
impressive.
adult programmer dude, like panders super hard to Jeff.
True.
And also that list I think was like geared somewhat towards like this is stuff you will enjoy watching, so it wasn't like strictly the 10 anime he personally is most enjoying necessarily. I would think it's more so like I believe all of these to be good shows, and these are the ones that like you will like watching.
I mean, I'm still currently watching. Like, I'll watch the next episode. Like, it hasn't pissed me off yet. It hasn't done anything stupid. It's just been like a solid, consistent show that's been just rolling. Like, okay, you know, nothing terrible has happened. I mean, I know it's predictable. It's super predictable. The main character is so generic it hurts. But other than that, it's easy to watch. It's kind of just good show to sit back, chill,
I preferred
watch.
Goncrest Senki to Death March as my sort of like middle of the road fantasy light novel show. But both were
we haven't talked about
competent.
Darling in the Franxx yet.
Yeah, Alex tried to bring that up a little bit.
Darling in the Franxx. It's a mecha show.
This is
the show with mechs that are controlled by teens fucking.
I only watched up to episode 3 thus far, and I heard that episode 4, or I saw someone saying that episode 4 was quite strong.
Episode 4 is quite strong.
So I'm excited because I was already on
I'm
board
caught up
with
with it
after 3.
I don't know about it. Normally I feel like I should know about a show by episode 4, but like, it's doing so many things so close to very well, but I'm not even sure it's doing anything well.
Yeah, it is going to be a 24-episode series, 2 cores.
Yes.
So there is like more room to not know what's going on at this stage yet, because it is still to a decent degree set up.
Right. But like, I feel like they're just missing like one tiny little piece toward being an incredibly good show. But that tiny little piece is so important that without it, I'm not sure it's a good show.
Jeez. Harsh.
Yeah, I think I'm taking a fairly sort of wait and see attitude towards it myself. Like, I like what I'm seeing. If there's sort of no payoff, it won't. What I'm seeing thus far sort of won't be justified, and there's not like a badness to it, but just a lack of meaning overall.
Yeah, that's the thing I've got with it, because they need to delve more into these themes.
Yeah.
Because they've got so many of the trappings of a show that has a lot to say about a specific thing, but it's not saying
It hasn't
any of
said
it.
anything yet, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of Centaur no Naomi, in that respect.
Yeah, a little bit, though. This is sort of... That was saying stuff.
Right.
You just like couldn't quite make out what it was trying to say. Whereas this, I've got a bit more confidence in than that, because
I mean, I'm not saying that
yeah.
this is as bad at delivering its messages as Centaur no Naomi. Centaur no Naomi's problem was elegance, mostly. This one is just, I'm not sure it actually has something to say.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see what exactly it's got up its sleeve here.
Yeah. I think we've talked about everything I have on my list. We might have talked about everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I've talked about just about everything I could think of.
We didn't talk about 25 Sai no Joshikose.
Is that
like the lowest rated show of the season?
No, it's the porn.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. There's another show with Sai in its title.
There we go.
Yeah. Beatless.
It's just rated as ecchi. That's so fucking misleading. Oh my god.
No, it's hardcore porn.
This is amazing.
There might be a broadcast version that's R18. It looks like it could be. There have been a few shows that are like porn but have a broadcast version with like the porniest of the porn cut out.
Why?
Because plot, man, obviously.
TV slot.
We talked about Gakuen Babysitters. Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens.
Oh yeah. I I think it's just the first episode I watched of that.
Same.
But it was
I didn't finish the first episode, according to Mal.
Okay, it was fairly interesting, I thought. But what's really interesting is that I heard that it's actually like a bit of a nonsensical, somewhat comedic series. Basically, it the sort of resolution of what was set up in episode 1 is that like 5 different hitmen all got hired to like be at the same place killing the same person at once, and so instead of being like a serious assassin drama, it's more of like this farcical affair. I like the sort of the ensemble cast thing it was setting up. It feels to be fairly in the vein of Do Da 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 and Bakno, those whole dark urban fantasy light novels of a decade and a half past.
No, like, I didn't give it much of a chance because I expected it. I thought it was playing itself straight.
Yeah.
But like, now that I've seen Jeff's video and I've heard what people are saying about it, I might go back and watch the first episode, like all the way through at least. But later in the season, like after I've decided which of these shows I'm following aren't actually good.
My mistake with this show was confusing it just by the title for the ramen show, but that's how and so I felt like an idiot.
It's like, there are no cute girls in this.
Where's the ramen at?
Kokoku?
That is something I haven't dropped yet. I think I saw the first 2. Yeah. Fairly effectively intriguing sort of mystery thriller drama thing.
I haven't heard good things about Kokoku. The only thing I've heard good about is its intro is apparently really good.
I haven't
The
heard
intro is very good.
good things, but I also haven't heard bad things really.
Yeah, it didn't grab me enough to keep me interested, but it's also a very plot-driven show.
Yeah.
Which just isn't my thing. American Midkin.
Yeah, haven't gotten to that one yet. It's a gay one, right?
No? Yes?
Thought I heard something about it being gay.
It might be. I don't remember any gay stuff in it.
Oh my god, Slow Star has just gotten fucking bashed.
Yeah,
Holy
which
shit.
is a shame, because...
It's not a bad show. I mean, it's not great, but it doesn't deserve
Its animation is great.
6.66.
Like, there's a really impressive amount of very expressive, bouncy animation.
Oh. We definitely haven't talked about everything.
Oh yeah, no.
And if you
Pop
like
Tebi Kiku.
the Kirara Girls series, this is one of the more solid ones, I think. Kirara is a magazine that, like, all the cute girl shows mangas ran in. It was like K-On!, fucking the show from last year, Blend S, Yuri Yushiki, one of those. Like, if you look, a huge portion of the cute girls anime from the past year have been coming from this one magazine. On Happy, Gakko Garashi.
Oh, wow.
Yuru Camp is also a Kirara thing. What else we got?
I
Akikochi,
finally dropped...
Sansha Sanyo. Yeah, Yushiki was there. K-On!
No, I finally dropped Ancient Magus Bride.
Is the Order a Rabbit?
Oh, you
Kiniro
dropped...
Mosaic.
Oh, wait, I want to hear this.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's trying to straddle this line between being, like, a slow-paced, almost, like, fantasy slice of life romance story and an action-adventure thing, and it doesn't really, like, get the best of either of those as a result. Like, it's got some pacing issues that I really hate, like how it's set up this guy to be the main overarching villain, and he probably will be, but the sorcerer dude and his, like, apprentice and the guy who was in charge of them were introduced and dealt with over the course of like 3 episodes. And I felt like they could have been like a season-long arc. And I don't know. Past that, I just don't really remember any of what happens. Because it's just so unimportant. Like, it does moments very well. It's just those moments don't come together.
I do agree with you that Ancient Magus Bride has definitely gone downhill.
Yeah.
It went from being one of my most anticipated shows to watch to like I'll let 2 or 3 episodes build up before I catch up. It's just kind of gotten to the point where it's like, I mean, I'm invested in the characters, but it's just slow. It's not like Mushishi. Like, I love Mushishi. And that was what I was kind of hoping this show would be. It's like a Mushishi with an overarching narrative. But they've walked away from that approach. Like, you know how like at the beginning of the show, each episode was kind of like almost its own story and was like, oh, we're exploring a different part of magic. And now in the last couple episodes have just been like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. It doesn't know how plot driven it wants to be, and that just really screws with me when I'm trying to watch it.
No, I agree actually. I'm still gonna keep watching it because I like it still.
I feel like the ending part of the second core is gonna be good. Like, I think this is the kind of thing that's going to end well, or it could crash and burn. One of those two.
That would be more exciting, let's be honest. All of a sudden, like, Kirito gets introduced and like, 100 floors in an MMORPG.
I didn't even make it past the first episode of Magus Bride. I was like, oh, this looks not that interesting, but I might pick it up, and then I just never got back to it.
Now, they also, like, try to pretend that there's danger all the time.
Yeah.
Because, like, we know full well that all 4 of these characters who live in this house are perfectly safe. Especially Chisei, who is not going to die. Who is not going to be in any major trouble. At least not until the end of the series. But they keep trying to pretend like, oh, she's in deep trouble now. Like, knock it off. Stop it.
It's less so the total lack of danger, because I mean, like, the dude, you know, like, gets his arm cut off, and like, there's some dark shit that happens.
I meant, like, for the 4 people in the house specifically.
Sort of constancy with which it like tries to create this atmosphere, like, whoa, better fucking watch out, dude. Like, bad stuff's afoot. Like, how often it wants to have that atmosphere without its runtime is like really odd, just for almost any show generally, and then certainly in a series where like that's not gonna happen to Chisei in all likelihood, at least for a while. It seems very puzzling.
See, I enjoyed the most recent. Was it the most recent episode? No, it's the episode before that. I think they did an excellent job, where they went away from Chisei a little bit more back onto the whole romance between the older man and the I don't think she's a succubus.
Yeah, the old dude and like,
that
the
was
ghost.
Yeah, that was a really good episode. That was like kind of like one of the episodes that brought me back in for a little bit.
That's one of the episodes that lost me.
Really?
Yeah, because I felt like it felt distracting. I see what you're saying with it being a good episode, because it was a very good story. But like the timing of it in the series, just in general, it felt like they were trying to divert attention away from like Chisei and Elias for a while, just sort of because they felt like they were supposed to. I don't know, it was just a really weird sort of side story that felt like it came out of nowhere.
Well, if you wanted like Mushishi from this show, like that was definitely a more Mushishi-ish episode.
Yeah.
And just well done in and of itself on top of that, for sure. But it does sort of differ from the show's direction and represent a bit of a detour from it.
I just can't find myself interested in the overarching plot anymore.
Same.
It was like the whole next episode is like the healing thing, and it's just like, I don't really, of course she's gonna get healed. Of course she's gonna get like at one point where she's getting drowned underwater, I was like, yeah, of course she's not gonna die. Like
No,
they're not gonna kill her here. Like,
it puts her in
that would be
danger
fucking
so constantly with so few consequences.
And she literally goes unconscious in every episode except for like 2 of them. And then somebody else does.
It really just torpedoes its own stakes.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right. Well, you guys want to end the episode by finishing shit talking Ancient Magus, bro?
I mean, if we're gonna end the episode, then one of us has to cough up blood and get knocked out.
Okay. Bye, Alex.
Bye, Alex. Not it. Nose goes. And the 3 of us will see you next time.
The Manime Matt.
Bryant Powell. Explanation point.
And Pedro said,
Bye, guys.
Bye.